Jo, sagutin mo ako, Jo!
Oo! Pagod na 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 pagod na... Hala! Ano yan? Bear Brand Sterilized T-By Support Nutrients with Calcium, B Vitamin, Zinc. Hala! Guys, para to sa bones. Hala, thank you!
Tama! Para talaga to sa bones mo! Go, go, go!
Diba? Kasi if hindi strong ang bones mo, how will you write? How will you draw? How will you run? How will you stand? Good day, everyone, and welcome to Exercise 6, the skeletal system. Did you know that our skeletal system forms the framework of our body? It helps us stand erect, supports movement, protects vital organs, and stores essential minerals like calcium and phosphorus.
Today, we'll explore both the structure and function of bones through two activities, the chicken bones experiment and the human skeleton model observation. Before we begin, here are our objectives. At the end of this activity, we aim to identify the bones of the human skeleton, explain the role of calcium in bones and describe the effects of acids on them, and observe the range of motions in various bones and joints.
Now, let's begin with exercise 6A, the chicken bones experiment. This activity helps us understand what are the components of bones and what happens when certain substances react with these components.
For step 1, the materials and reagents we will use are 5 clean chicken bones, 6 beakers, 10% acetic acid in water, hydrochloric acid, 40% sodium hydroxide, sodium hypochlorite solution or bleach, and lastly distilled water. The purpose of this step is to test how different chemicals affect the bone composition.
For the second step, we'll clean the chicken bones using a soft brush to remove any meat or residue without scratching the surface. This ensures that the reaction occurs only with the bone material and not with the leftover tissue.
We then prepare 5 beakers, each filled with a different solution. One with 10% acetic acid, hydrochloric acid, 40% sodium hydroxide, sodium hypochlorite, and distilled water. The purpose of this step is to compare the effects of acids and bleaching agents on bone structure.
Next, we submerge one bone in each container. We leave them to soak until the end of the class and then let them remain overnight. The purpose of this is to allow the chemicals enough time to react with the bone's components.
For the 10% acetic acid, the bone becomes soft, coated with gel-like substance because the acid dissolves calcium salts. This demonstrates that calcium gives bones their hardness. Next, hydrochloric acid or HCl, the bone becomes weaker or partially dissolved as the strong acid removes minerals. In 40% NaOH or sodium hydroxide, the bone becomes slightly brittle as the sodium hydroxide breaks down proteins and fats. Meanwhile, the sodium hypochlorite makes the bone turn white or as organic material is removed. And for the distilled water, there is no significant change. The bone stays hard and solid.
Our chicken bones experiments clearly demonstrates the importance of calcium and collagen in bone structure. When the bones were soaked in acid, calcium dissolved, making them soft and flexible, proving that calcium is responsible for bone hardness. Meanwhile, solutions like sodium hydroxide and sodium hypochlorite affected the organic components, showing that collagen provides strength and elasticity.
Together, these components make bone strong enough to support our body, yet flexible enough to withstand movement and pressure. These experiments give us a deeper understanding of how bone compositions contribute to the overall functions of the skeletal system.
For the next experiment, we will now examine the human skeleton model. But first, what are the materials that we will be using? We'll need a pencil, coloring materials, and of course, the human skeleton model that we will observe, which will be provided by our instructors. In this activity, we will identify and label the major bones of the human body to understand where they are located and how they are connected, and what they are important for. Now, before we start locating and describing them, let's talk about the bones that we need to find and their purposes in our.
Let's begin with the skull. The skull is located at the head and serves as a protective case for the brain, making it one of the most important bones for protection. It also supports the structure of our face and houses sensory organs such as our eyes, nose, and mouth.
Moving downward, we have the spine or the vertebral column. It runs along the back from the neck down to the lower back and is made up of the vertebrae. The spine serves as the main support structure of the body and protects the spinal cord, which makes it vital for both support and protection.
Next, at the front of the chest, we can find the sternum or breastbone. It connects the ribs through cartilage and helps protect vital organs such as the heart and lungs.
Now, let's move towards the upper limbs, specifically at the upper portion of our body. Here we find the humerus. The humerus is the long bones of the upper arm that connects the shoulder to the elbow. It allows a wide range of arm movements such as lifting, pulling, and pushing, making it important for movement and mobility.
Just below the humerus, we can also observe the radius and the ulna, the two bones of our forearm. The radius is found on the lateral side, while the ulna is on the medial side. Together, they enable rotation of the wrist and provide stability of our arm.
Continuing downward, we reach the carpus or the carpal bones located at the wrist. These small bones connect the forearm to the hand and allow flexibility and movement in various directions, making them important for fine motor, control, and flexibility.
Now, moving to the lower part of the body, we have the pelvis. The pelvis connects the spine to the lower limbs and supports the weight of the upper body. It also protects organs in the lower abdomen, making it a crucial structure for support and protection.
Going further down, we encounter the femur, also known as the thigh bone. The femur is the longest and strongest bone in the body. It connects the hip to the knee and bears most of the body's weight, helping us stand, walk, and run.
Next, we have the tibia or the shin bone, which is found on the lower leg. It connects the knee to the ankle and bears the weight transfer from the femur down to the foot, providing stability and balance.
Beside the tibia is the fibula. It's thinner and located on the outer side of our lower leg. The fibula helps stabilize the ankle and supports our muscles involved in leg movement, making it important for balance and support.
Finally, at the bottom part of our body, we have the tarsus or the tarsal bones. These bones are the ones that connect the legs to the foot and play an important role in balance, support, and walking, which makes them key bones for mobility.
Now that we've already identified how these bones look, where they are located, and what they are for, we will now draw the human skeleton, color it, and label each bone in the worksheet.
Overall, this activity will help us visualize the skeletal system better and also understand how our bones work together to protect, support, and enable movement in our body.
As a whole, the skeletal system is not just any collection of bones. It is the structure that holds us together, supports every movement we make, protects the organs that keep us alive. That's why you should always protect your body and avoid risks of getting injuries to prolong life and enjoy life to the fullest. And that's all, and thank you for watching. Bye!